So, a big royal scandal has arrived. King Charles and Prince William have been brutally exposed in a Channel 4 Dispatches documentary. Hate to say I told you go, but these people are nothing but thieving, lying rats. Hey guys, it's Murad Morali, back at it again. It is daily and consistent content. A quick intro and let's get into this video, where King Charles and Prince William's property empires are taking millions of pounds from cash-strapped charities and public services, including the NHS, state schools and prisons, according to a new powerful investigation. The reports claim the duchies of Lancaster and Cornwall, which are exempt from business taxes and used to fund the royals' lifestyle and philanthropic work, are set to make at least 50 million, guys, from leasing land to public services. Wow. The two duchies hold a total of more than 5,400 leases. One 15-year deal will see Guy's and St Thomas's NHS Hospital Trust in London pay 11.4 million to store its fleet of ambulances in a warehouse owned by the Duchy of Lancaster. The king will also make at least 28 million, guys, from wind farms, because the Duchy of Lancaster retains a feudal right to charge for cables. William's Duchy of Cornwall estate, the hereditary estate of the heir to the throne, has signed a 37 million deal to lose Dartmoor prison for 25 years, which are liable for all repairs despite paying 1.5 million a head for a jail of prisoners because of high level of gas. His estate also owns Camelford House, a tower block on the banks of the Thames, which has brought in at least 22 million as well. The Duchy of Cornwall has charged the Royal Navy more than 1 million, guys, to build and use jetties and more warships. In spite of the King and Prince William's speeches and interventions on environmental issues, many residential properties let out by the Royal Estate are in breach of basic government energy efficiency standards as well. Wow. Pathetic. The invitation found 14% of homes leased by the Duchy of Cornwall and 13% by the Duchy of Lancaster have an energy performance rating of F or G, which is awful. This investigation is harrowing. It is powerful. It is absolutely insane. But again, I'm not surprised by what this has basically been saying. We've been saying over here that these people are nothing but thieving, lying rats that steal money. They're not people who care about homes. They're not people who care about environmental concerns. All of it is an absolute lie. Every single part of it is an absolute lie. And this Channel 4 Dispatches documentary has gone widespread and everybody has been discussing it. The royal estates have deals with mining and quarrying companies. The investigation has prompted calls for a parliamentary investigation and for the two empires to be folded into the Crown State, which sends its profits to the government. The King and Prince William pay income tax on profits from the estate after business expenses have been deducted, but both now refuse to say how much. Remember, they refuse to give their profit documents. Critics say the estates, the income from which have been used by successive governments to keep the headline cost of the monarchy to the taxpayer down, enjoy a commercial advantage over rivals because they are exempt from corporation tax. The Duchy of Lancaster said, His Majesty the King voluntarily pays tax on all income received from the duchy. So of course they're not being, they're not being transparent with anything that is going on. And, for this man to be basically, Prince William specifically, he wants to sit here, it's honestly insane. It's just honestly insane. And guys, it gets worse. It gets worse. A number of rental properties owned by Prince William failed to meet the minimum legal energy efficiency standards for landlords. It has been revealed in an investigation by Channel 4. This has meant some of his tenants are at risk of fuel poverty and are living in hard-to-heat homes that are riddled with damp and black mold. It comes as the taxpayer is funding a 369 million renovation for Buckingham Palace, but when it comes to the homes that he has, nobody cares. The slick PR will stick in the throat of many tenants, one tenant says. He should start by bringing the homes he already owns up to modern standards, not filled with mold everywhere. But remember, Prince William is the man who wants everybody to go to his homelessness exhibitions, taking the time for homelessness documentary, but can't even have his tenants live in a nice property without it being shrouded in damp, low electricity. It's honestly awful. It's honestly awful. Efficiency standards are extremely low. The jokes honestly write themselves, but this really isn't a joke. This is a serious matter and a serious conversation. This man wants you to go to his homelessness exhibition. I can't even say that word right. I don't know why. This man wants you to go to that homelessness exhibition, but at the same time, his tenants all have properties mold growing and the houses are not up to proper standards and they're just very unhealthy. To have mold in your home is not good for your lungs. It's not good for your breathing system, your cardiovascular system. I can go on and on and on. But Prince William doesn't care because all he cares about is your money. That's all that this royal family care about, just your money. I'm not surprised by this, to be honest with you, but I'm disgusted by this. They are thieving, lying rats. They've been both brutally exposed by the Channel 4 documentary. They didn't expect this to come out, I would imagine, and now it's gone widespread in the press today where everybody is discussing it. It's only going to remind us that we don't need a royal family. All of this money could be put into the NHS, paying our teachers, having our students have a better education, funding the education system, tackling real homelessness on the streets, because there are many people when I go on the tubes in London who are asking for money, who are on the floor, who are, parked up somewhere and who are struggling, who are living in tents and are just in very negative, awful scenarios and situations. Let alone the cost of living crisis and everybody struggling here. But no, we must listen to Prince William, who is taking money left, right and centre through the Duchy of Cornwall estate, through so many levels that don't expect the environment, nor do they expect home standards. You want to preach to us about homelessness when your tenants have mold growing and their houses are in disgusting standards? It is absolutely pathetic. This is why I don't understand why anybody supports this royal family, and this is why I've been staunchly against them from the beginning to now. And it's an absolute pathetic mess. And Meghan Markle is probably in her house just chilling, reading this and laughing, looking at these hypocrites, that she is in a much better position. Her walking on that red carpet a month ago was absolutely amazing and is far better than anything these lot have done in this past month. Look how much of a mess it's been. The tour in Australia, this Dispatches documentary, William's documentary failed, and you have Meghan on your red carpets looking absolutely gorgeous. One thing about karma, it waits for nobody. The jokes write themselves, in all honesty. Now, when it comes to Prince Andrew, King Charles has reported apparently he's cut off his 1 million package of treatment in financial, again, money being thrown around. That's being cut off for Prince William, which is the next stage. Initially cut off the security guards renewal, and now it's this 1 million package that he has. So that's not good news for Andrew as well. But let this video be a reminder to you that if you have not watched that Dispatches documentary on Channel 4, you absolutely should watch it. But for those in America watching this video over here, this is an explosive documentary that is really letting us know how much money they are really thieving from us, even more so. It is a strong reminder with new exclusive information that I've just read out to you guys that these people are not our friends. They don't care about us. They just want us to steal from so they can live their lavish lives. Your tenants have mold growing left, right, center, which you don't care about, and the tenants are complaining, but let's spend nearly 400 million on the Buckingham Palace renewal, which is absolutely pointless. I'm so sorry. I don't give a damn about what tourism money it brings in when there is a lot more important things in the UK for UK residents and UK people from here that need a better life for. The standards of living are pathetic over here. It's awful. It's dire. It's insufficient. Lacking. And we know why. Because the government does not care. But the government also clearly could be getting a lot more money to put into here. But no, our government would rather prefer killing babies, supplying arms to countries that commit genocide. And then whilst they're doing that, we have a dumb royal family who are stealing money left, right and centre from the dead, from the young, from the old, and there's nothing that we can do but sit here and complain about it because it's just going to keep on going on. Hopefully this decreases the popularity for them even more so, but I'm really telling you guys, this is just embarrassing and the royal family is done. Let me know your thoughts when it comes to this madness of a documentary explosive situation. Do subscribe, comment down below, give this video a thumbs up, I would appreciate it, and I'll catch you guys soon for another video.